So, like, I don't like Zack Snyder as a director. I've made that very clear in the past. Oh god, no, I don't want to do a fucking dark cave. Hold on, do I have a Pokemon that can learn Flash? Sorry. Uh, moving the conversation because, oh god, I hate dark caves. It's the worst goddamn mechanic. Like, at least, at least it's deletable HM in this game because. Ah, I think I'm gonna do an encounter and then do the rest of this cave off screen. Or maybe I'll come back later. Because I don't want to go through a cave in the dark. I hate dark caves in this game. Like, hold on, let me. What even is the name of this cave? Let me. Are there things in here? Or I could go get Pokemon that knows Flash. I guess. I had to change my team up because I got an egg. I got that egg that I couldn't get last time. I went and I got the egg. So I've got the egg. And that's why I don't have my two Pokemon who could potentially learn Flash. So I'm gonna switch my team up, replace the egg. I know it's a Larvesta egg, and that's a cool Pokemon. I don't have a space for it on my team, but it's a cool Pokemon when it evolves into Volcarona. But yeah, Zack Snyder. I don't like Zack Snyder's DC movies. I've made that clear. I think he's a hack and a fraud, and not a good director. Yada yada yada. But you ever see something that like it just very clearly sets in for you? Wow, this is what you were imitating. I've seen the original now, and you're not fucking up this. I read Superman for All Seasons, and I don't know if that's directly inspiration for that scene in Man of Steel with the. Let me double check that I can relearn Giga Train. Is that TM? Because I don't want to get rid of. I'm hitting the sort button. Why can't I? Why can't I just sort alphabetically? People are really curious, I bet, about what I was going to rant about Zack Snyder. Yeah, I can reteach Grassnod. It's fine. Um, so I read Superman for All Seasons, and goddamn, Superman for All Seasons is a great book. Just excellent, excellent. Four-part series by Jeff Loeb and who did the art for that? It's very Tim Sale. That's it. Very good series. And anyway, in its first issue, um, there's a scene of Clark as a teenager. He isn't Superman yet, and a tornado happens. And what do you think Clark does when there's a tornado and he's like a fucking kid? Is the answer A? Just stands back and watches while Kevin Costner dad dies and does nothing to save him because I'm too much of a god and too special to expose myself to the world. It's the message of Superman is that you gotta not save people. I'm just gonna watch my dad die. Or do you think Superman saves people during the tornado like Superman? Like it's such a good fucking book, and like Superman sees a tornado and he fucking flies out and he saves people. And then after the storm, he isn't like, oh no, what if they find out that I have superpowers? No, it's I could have done more. What if there are people who are hurt because I wasn't fast enough? I need to do more to help people, and that's what convinces him to leave Smallville and go be Superman in Metropolis. And it's a great scene and a great fucking book, and it made me resent Zack Snyder so much more. And there's also like, Lex Luthor scheme, one of the most fucked up and cruel schemes I've ever seen Lex do. That's great. Lois is a good character. Like, just all in all, Superman for All Seasons is really good. Like, I don't mean to praise a really acclaimed good book just in comparison to a book I don't like, but goddamn, I like Superman for All Seasons. It was so good. Just go read it. I'd argue it's maybe even better than The Long Halloween because, like, I like The Long Halloween. It's a good book. It's probably the most acclaimed Batman story, maybe The Killing Joke more, but it's a very acclaimed Batman story for good reason. It's a well-made book. I do think it kind of peters out at the end. I don't know if it's a super satisfying ending to the mystery. I don't know. But it's overall a good book. I like it. about today? So it's spring now. Spring is coming. It's the first issue of Superman for all seasons right now. And birds are chirping. Like, oh, it's spring now and the birds are chirping. I fucking hate it. I hate the birds. There's some like birds like out my window and it's always like, shut the fuck up, birds. It's 6 a.m. And I was talking to my family. I mentioned this and they're like, God damn, you're an old man. You hate the chirping of birds in the springtime? What is wrong? Are you soulless? But no, it's loud. I like try and record and just like, hey, shut up, birds. I'm trying to finish this Homestuck video. By the way, on that Homestuck video, it's gonna come out. I think it's going good. I've got more than 6 hours done. Just have an hour left to edit in the next 2 weeks. But God, I'm just sick of this video. And afterwards, I'm gonna have to deal with so much Homestuck discourse and people arguing if my points are good in the comments of the video. There's a reason why there's a 6-month break between my Homestuck videos because I burned myself out on Homestuck. I don't want to talk about Homestuck fan comics ever again after this video. Oh, this is what I was going to say earlier. And speaking of like the thing, I think I need to make a video on Harry Potter and the Methods of Rationality. I may have mentioned this last week, but it like rationalists and the weird cult got mentioned on Behind the Bastards, and that featured a segue into talking about Harry Potter and the Methods of Rationality. And wow, isn't it so cringe and weird that they made such a long Harry Potter fanfic that's like the Atlas Shrugged for the philosophies of Eliezer Yudkowsky. And I also saw I haven't watched it yet, but Strange Ants had a video out. And like, I went to look at that and ignore the cult stuff with like Rocco's Basilisk and the Zizians are only really tangentially related. I went to do a lengthy video analyzing Harry Potter and the Methods of Rationality because I read that in high school and asking, is it actually a good book? Like, yes, it's long. Yes, it's weird that this is a thing that exists, but is it a decent story? And I don't know if it is because it's just been so fucking long since I read it. I remember some parts being good and actually genuinely moving and some parts being fucking cringe. But I don't want to just like, it's cringe because it's Harry Potter fanfic. I want to do a serious analysis of it as a piece of literature, but that would require rereading Harry Potter and the Methods of Rationality, which like I looked up the word count. It's 666,000 words. It's like 2 fucking goblets of fires and a sorcerer's stone on top of that. It's a long ass book. Oh, it's a little dragon thing that evolves into the big dragon thing. I'll catch that. I'll like that. Hi, Max you. I'd like to ask you a question. Will you join my team? Puns and jokes. By the way, last time, there was like a trainer I skipped on the water routes because, you need surf to talk to this trainer. Or you need strength to talk to this trainer, and I don't have strength. Yeah, I do. What the fuck you talking about? I got strength like months ago. I've been using strength. I was kinda dumb. And now we catch XU. Good. But yeah, Homestuck video's going good. I'm going through just the swamp, the endless quagmire, the psalm of this book. The psalm of this video, psalm as in the battlefield World War I is what I'm referencing. That is double death of the author. And God, that story just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going, and editing's going fine. I'm most of the way done with it at this point. I have 40 minutes left in that, plus like 40 minutes of analysis towards the end of the video, and you know, it's a book. It is a book. Well, it's a comic, but it's just like I don't want to do my arguments for my opinions on Double Death of the Author because I got fucking hour 45 already discussing it that I filmed. And anyway, the comment that I just named a Pokemon after on my Trezzy video. I think this video could be more succinct. It's a lot of summary. That's the thing I go back and forth on how much of a video should be spent on summary and how much should be spent on analysis. Like, you gotta summarize some. You gotta remind the reader what actually happened in Homestuck, but you don't want to just be like sitting there reading off dialogue like rotely without doing any analysis. And maybe I did too much recap in the Trezzy one. I'm going. In the different segments on my next Homestuck video, I vary on how much I spend on analysis and how much I spend on recap. It's a tough balance to get. Item down here. Item. Not item. Yes, item. Ultra Ball. I do agree with feeling of loss that comes from the retcon, primarily for the Meteor crew. I think that's part of what makes the concept of the ultimate self so important. There is never a version of these characters that doesn't inform the platonic ideal of who they are. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. Like, I don't think like the main benefit from a storytelling perspective of ultimate selves is so they and now they remember the things before the retcon. Well, no, that's not really a thing that's focusing on. Like, Ultimate Dave is very clearly just a continuation of Meet Dave's character arc with only brief mentions that also he remembers the other timelines. Same goes for Rose and Dirk. I think Ultimate Jade would have been very interesting because they've introduced the Ultimate Selves through her being told about them by Dave Petta. I don't know. I'm kind of rambling. I also watched Nemesis Blue, which is this Team Fortress 2 horror film movie. Why the fuck does strength reset when you go between floors, by the way, like I just did? Like now we gotta do the message where it says that now you can move strength boulders around because you use strength. Why can't I just automatically, if I have a Pokemon that has strength, like I just move the strength boulders around? Like, I don't give a shit. Whatever. What fucking ever. What else going on? I want to argue about fucking discourse online because there's that big story about like the Trump administration accidentally including a journalist, like the head editor of the Atlantic, in a group chat where they're discussing a military operation on the Houthis, and a lot of discourse on that, a lot of arguments, and for a lot of people, the biggest bad guy, the person who's done the worst is Goldberg. I forget his first name, the journalist who broke the story, because I have heard people argue simultaneously, A, he should have released this information sooner. Like, he could have stopped this attack with like a 2-hour warning that was happening in a different country who he has no connections to the people who were being bombed. There's fucking nothing he could do. Like, if you get called, hey, in 5 minutes the U.S. military is going to bomb you. I have no evidence of this. There's nothing, no reason you should trust me. There's nothing he could have fucking done, and he did. I don't remember this. Like, I know that Kabalion is in this cave and like little cutscene. Am I allowed to fight Kabalion? Yes, legendary trim. But like, so I've heard people argue simultaneously Goldberg should have published this story and released this information sooner, and also he should have secretly spied on them from the group chat for longer. Do you see the problem with those two beliefs being put in the same Tumblr hot take post? The problem of he should have done this in secret for longer, and also he should have revealed what he was doing sooner. Are you sure those aren't contradictory? Because I feel like the moment you release any information whatsoever, there's no more information you're getting because they know you're spying. You can't simultaneously say he should. Why does it move me to Stardust? You can't simultaneously say he should have spied for longer, and also he should have released the fact that he was spying sooner. And like, the other obvious thing is, if he did stay in the group chat, he would have gone to fucking jail for treason. And it's not like there would have been no fucking benefit, by the way, from staying in the group chat. That was for this one specific military action. There's different group chats for other upcoming military operations. He's not getting more fucking information. It's just a lot of people are fucking angry and feel helpless and just aiming that at a person who isn't responsible for any of it. And like, I don't fucking know. There's some people talking about like he's former IDF member, but also that's not why he didn't. That's not why he didn't publish a bold claim before he could find any evidence for it. Like, you don't know how journalism. Like, I don't give a shit. Regardless of his actual beliefs on airstrikes in Yemen, like, the editor-in-chief of a major publication isn't going to publish accusations against the Secretary of State and Vice President before he finds evidence for them, which he didn't before the attack. Like, do you think the reason he wouldn't publish that is because, ha ha ha, and the Jews, they want to kill the Muslims. He is doing his evil thing. He's the secret servant of the Trump administration because he obeyed journalistic standards and didn't publish before he could verify. That's the only reason. It's just dumb fucking discourse that I'm fucking sick of. Anyway, we're ruled over by fascists, but it's also very clear, it's becoming more clear with time, that the fascists that rule over us are fucking morons. And you'd think that would make things better, but no, it doesn't. Just killed Kabalion, and whoa, resetting Flash. I fucking hate I'm honestly glad they removed HMs. Like, yes, I get that, ooh, it's like your Pokemon helping you explore Metroidvania, but it's bad Metroidvania, and it's annoying. Stupid fucking random encounters. And next up is Dragonspiral Tower. I don't know if I'll get all the way through it, but we'll get an encounter there. Okay. And life's just going in a bit of a rut, you know. Just doing stuff. I have other videos I'm building up a laundry list of videos to work on. But I can't work on them because I'm working on something else right now. It's taking all my time. I'm almost done with my final edits of Miss Valley, which I'm publishing like next week. But honestly, I've been spending more time and attention thinking about the Homestuck video, because that just is more effort required at this point in time. But yeah, I got a book coming out. It'll be a good book. There's an ad for it at the start of the Homestuck video, which is what gave me a deadline and finally drove me to get published, self-published, which is, you know, it is what it is. Okay, so I'm going to run to Dragonspiral Tower, and I'm going to catch a Pokemon, then I'm going to end this. Oh, by the way, I started watching Severance. Really fucking good show. I'm 3 episodes in. I think someone should bring a gun to work and shoot their boss in the head. Like, actually, no. I think, no. They should find where the CEO lives and murder him, is my take on Severance. And that, wow, this corporate culture mistreats these people and treats them as disposable cogs in a machine that have no rights. You should fucking do some terrorism, is my take on Severance. But it's a good show. Shocked that Ben Stiller, I am shocked that Ben Stiller directed it, and not too shocked that Adam Scott is acting in it and doing great. Lots of comedy actors move to, but lots of comedy actors become good drama actors, but it's more surprising for a comedy actor to become a great sci-fi drama director. And that's the thing that Homestuck got wrong. Like, Ben Stiller working with, like, in Homestuck, Ben Stiller is, in 2024, still working as a comedy actor in, like, dumb early 2000s comedies directed by Dave. Whoa. Hold on, there's a fucking plasma grunt outside. What the fuck's your problem, prick? Not gonna fight me? Well, fuck you, bitch. But yeah, in Homestuck, Ben Stiller was still working with director Dave. And this is a really cool looking dungeon, I think. But anyway, let's go through what the... Hey! This building is not structurally sound. I want to leave this building because I do not feel physically safe. This does not feel like a structurally sound building. I think I will die. There are pieces of the. It's collapsing. I want out of this building. I don't feel safe. What was that, Sharon? Wasn't paying attention. This is apparently the Pokemon game with the best writing, but I'm skipping by all of it. I don't feel safe in this tower. Let's get my encounter and then leave. And if the tower collapses on Sharon and kills him, who gives a shit? He's an okay rival at best. Okay. I'm going to catch you. But first, I'm going to put you to sleep by talking about how I, a person who is not an old man, hate the chirping of birds. I hate life. Don't fucking magnitude me. We're in a collapsing tower. Is that why it's collapsing? Because of all these fucking golets that want to kill us all by collapsing the tower? This is a fucking safety hazard. Like, Bryson's gonna die. Sharon's gonna die. En's gonna die. I want out of this tower before it collapses. I've overdone the tower's about to collapse bit. And are you going to stand the ball so I can end this video now? Okay, good. Commenter on the Epilogues video. Weird Nerdy Goat. Haven't watched the video yet, but popping in to say I got into Homestuck really recently. Wasn't aware of the hate towards the Epilogues. I tried avoiding the fandom until it was done because spoilers, so I only saw a couple comments under OST videos complaining about them. Read the Epilogues and love them. Like, am absolutely insane about them. Their themes were super relevant to my personal life. I'm a die-hard Ultimate Dirk fan. And then I went into the fandom, and all the discussion about the Epilogues seemed to be about how bad they were. Well, I don't. The video's a bait and switch. I don't think the Epilogues are bad. I think the Epilogues are great. I'm an Epilogues stan. I'm an Epilogues defender. Epilogues are good, is my take. Okay, weird nerdy. You aren't the goat. You aren't the greatest of all time, but you are weird and nerdy. And the next time I'm gonna die when the building collapses. Yay.